एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल स्टडी विथ PKQ&A में आपका स्वागत है। और आज हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे टेस्ट 21 का सेकंड पार्ट। ओके, सो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं आज का सेकंड पार्ट। और थैंक यू सो मच गाइस मेरे चैनल को सपोर्ट करने के लिए। एंड आज मेरा 500 सब्सक्राइबर कंप्लीट हो गया, सो आई एम वेरी हैप्पी टुडे। इसी तरह और हमारे चैनल को सपोर्ट करते रहिए, जिससे हमें भी और थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस आए, थोड़ा अच्छा लगे कि हाँ मुझे भी कुछ करना चाहिए लाइक वैसे। सो थैंक यू सो मच फॉर एवरीवन हु इज सपोर्ट इन माय चैनल एंड थैंक यू। लेट्स आज का क्वेश्चन स्टार्ट करते हैं। सो आज का पहला क्वेश्चन है, कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग इंफॉर्मेशन कंज्यूमर प्राइस इंडेक्सेस कैलकुलेटिंग अथॉरिटी एंड यूजेस। ओके, सो यहाँ पे करेक्टली मैच पूछा है। ओके, सो फर्स्ट इज इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द कंज्यूमर प्राइस इंडेक्स रिलेटेड CPI for industrial workers. Okay, फर्स्ट इज CPI फॉर इंडस्ट्रियल वर्कर विच इज़ कैलकुलेट, और इसका कैलकुलेशन कौन करता है? कैलकुलेटिंग अथॉरिटी इज लेबर ब्यूरो एंड यूजेस क्या है? वेज इंडेक्सेशन is in the organized sector. Okay, so it's a correctly match. Next one is CPI for agricultural level. Calculating authority is Department of Agriculture. No, it's not a correct statement because calculating method इसका भी कौन हो जाएगा? तो लेबर ब्यूरो हो जाएगा. Okay, so second statement is incorrect. And if you are talking about the uses, it's a correct uses determining wage under NREGA. Okay, so this statement is incorrectly matched. Next is CPI combined. Okay, CPI combined national statistical officer इसको कैलकुलेट करता है एंड यूजेस क्या है? इन्फ्लेशन मेजर फॉर मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी. यस, इट्स अ करेक्टली मैच. सो आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन इज ऑप्शन नंबर बी. only 2 is the correct answer for this question. Okay, and if you are talking about the CPI, what is CPI? CPI is a measure of inflation that tracks changes in the price of a basket of goods and services consumed by households. Okay, it helps the assess the cost of living and guides policymakers in formulating economic decisions. Okay, so answer is option number B. Let's come to the next question, which is in the context of type of inflation, consider the following statement. Okay, so first is headline inflation refers to the change in the value of all goods in basket including fuel and fuels food and fuels. Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is headline inflation is more volatile than core inflation. Is it true? Yes, it's also correct because जो हेडलाइन इन्फ्लेशन है इसमें फूड और फ्यूल दोनों को ऐड करके और निकाला जाता है, बट कोर इन्फ्लेशन में क्या होता है? इसको एक्सक्लूड किया जाता है फूड प्लस फ्यूल को, बिकॉज दे आर वेरी वोलाटाइल. ओके, जिसकी वजह से कैलकुलेशन एक्यूरेट नहीं होता है. दैट्स वाई हम लोग को कोर इन्फ्लेशन एक्यूरेसी के लिए ज़्यादा सुटेबल है. ओके, इन कंपेयर टू हेडलाइन इन्फ्लेशन. सो इसीलिए, और हेडलाइन इन्फ्लेशन वॉलेटाइल भी इसी की वजह से, क्योंकि फूड और फ्यूल का जो प्राइस होता है वो बहुत ज़्यादा वॉलेटाइल होता है, फ्लक्चुएट करता है. ओके, और कोर में इसको एक्सक्लूड कर दिया है तो ये एक्यूरेट रिजल्ट देता है. सो आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर बी इज सॉरी ऑप्शन नंबर सी. बोथ 1 and 2 is the correct answer for this question. Okay, let's come to the next question, which is consider the following statements. So first is the Bitcoin is based on blockchain technology, whereas the central bank digital currency is not. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement because Bitcoin, if we're talking about the central bank digital currency, is a digital version of a paper currency and is a legal tender as it is backed by RBI. And if we're talking about the Bitcoin, which is exchangeable one to one with fair. Bitcoin is a, whereas cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin have no legal, legislated or intrinsic value. They are simply worth what people are willing to pay for them in the market. Okay, so first statement is not correct. Next is the central bank digital currency is a legal tender, whereas Bitcoin is not. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. So answer for this question is option number B. Only 2 is the correct answer for this question. Let's come to the next question, which is which one of the following statements regarding the commercial paper is not correct? Commercial paper regarding which statement is not correct? Okay, so first is it is a unsecured money market instrument issued in the form of promissory notes. Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is it is issued a discount to face value. Correct. Only a scheduled bank can act as an issuing and paying agent for the issuance of CP. Yes, it's also correct. Next is non-residential Indians, which is NRI, cannot invest in CPI. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement, because NI also can invest in CP, which is commercial paper. Okay, so answer for this question is option number D is the correct answer for this question. And if you are talking about the issuance commercial paper in India, which is कौन से है? So first is companies, non-banking finance companies, and all India financial instruments, and other entities with a net worth of rupees 100 crore or higher, and another one is cooperative societies, unions, and next one is government entities, trust, and limited liabilities partnership, and any other entities specifically permitted by the RBI. Okay, so let's come to the next question, which is consider the following statements with respect to European Free Trade Association, which is EFTA, ties with India. Okay, India के regarding कौन सा statement सही है? So it European Free Trade Association is an intergovernmental organization of 4 members countries which are part of the European Union. Is it true? No, it's not a correct. It's not a correct, because India is not a part of this one. Okay, so first statement is incorrect. Next is Switzerland is the biggest trade partner with India among the EFTA countries. Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is EFTA's first free trade agreement was signed with Spain. Yes, it's a correct statement. So answer for this question is option number C, which is 2 and 3 is the correct answer for this question. Okay, और स्पेन उसको ज्वाइन कब किया था? सो 1979 में ज्वाइन किया था फर्स्ट, और ये फर्स्ट है. एंड अगर हम 4 कंट्रीज़ की बात करते हैं जो फर्स्ट स्टेट में था, वो कौन कौन से हो जाएंगे? तो आइसलैंड, लिechtenstein एंड नॉर्वे एंड स्विट्ज़रलैंड, ये चारों कंट्रीज़ हो जाएंगे. ओके, सो ऑप्शन C is the correct answer for this question. Let's come to the next question, which is consider the following statements regarding the public debt in India. Okay, so first statement is in the internal debt of the union government has steadily increased in the last 5 years. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. So first statement is correct. Next is the total external debt has steadily decreased in the last 5 years. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement, because in 2019-20 में ये कितना था? 52.3% total debt to GDP in a percentage. And if you're talking about the 2020 and 21, it was 61, and 21 to 22 कितना था? So it is 58.8, and then 22 to 23 it was 57.9, and 23 and 24 it is 58. So steadily ये डिक्रीज नहीं किया है, कभी इंक्रीज हुआ है, कभी डिक्रीज हुआ. लाइक 2019-20 में ये क्या हुआ? 52 था. ओके, देन ये इंक्रीज हुआ 2021 में, ओके। देन 21-22 में क्या हुआ, डिक्रीज़ हुआ। देन फिर 22-23 में फिर से ये डिक्रीज़ हुआ, देन ये इंक्रीज़ हुआ, फिर लास्ट में 23-24 में, ओके। सो नॉट स्टेडली डिक्रीज, सो स्टेटमेंट सेकेंड इज इनकरेक्ट। सो आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन इज ऑप्शन नंबर ए, ओनली वन इज करेक्ट, ओके। Let's come to the next question, which is consider the following. First is इसमें पूछा which of the above are qualitative tools of the monetary policy, okay. So first is open market operation. Is it qualitative? No, it's quantitative. Quantitative monetary policy tools of the monetary policy, okay, not qualitative. So first statement is incorrect. Next is margin requirements is a qualitative, yet it's a correct statement. Next is marginal standing facility. Is it it's a quantitative tool, not qualitative. And so statement third is also incorrect, and 4 is also incorrect because it's also quantitative tools. And morals, suasion and direction, it is qualitative. So answer for this question is 2, 5 and 6, which is option number C is the correct answer for this question, okay. And if we're talking about the what is the qualitative tool and quantitative tool, if we're talking about the qualitative tools, it is target price of target price in a specific sector. टारगेट प्राइस होता है स्पेसिफिक सेक्टर में, ओके। एंड अगर हम बात करते हैं क्वालिटेटिव की, तो वो क्या होता है, इट इज़ अ टारगेट द मनी सप्लाई, ओके। ये टारगेट करता है क्या, मनी सप्लाई ऑफ द इकोनॉमी, okay. So answer is option number C is the correct answer for this question. And if you're talking about the monetary policy, what is monetary policy? Monetary policy consisting of a set of action taken by a country's central bank to influence the money supply and the cost of borrowings. The goal of monetary policy is to achieve price stability, which means keeping inflation low and stable, okay. So answer is option number C. Let's come to the next question, which is consider the following statements about the depreciation. So first statement is it is accounting method that represents how much of asset value is yet to be used up. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement, because if you're talking about the depreciation is an accounting method of allocating the cost of tangible or physical asset over its useful life or life expectancy. Depreciation represents how much of the assets value has been used up, and depreciation is also termed as capital consumption allowance, which needed to replace the depreciated assets, okay. So first statement is incorrect. Next is depreciation is only added while the calculating GDP through the expenditure method. No, it's also added the income method, okay. So statement second is also incorrect, because if we're talking about the calculation method, which is even though the depreciation is not an income, it is factor of the GDP calculation equally in both expenditure method calculation and income method, okay. And अगर हम बात करते हैं नेट डोमेस्टिक प्राइस की, नेट डोमेस्टिक प्राइस इज इक्वल टू GDP minus depreciation, okay. Net domestic product is equal to GDP minus depreciation, okay. So answer for this question is option number D, none of the above is correct, okay, which is neither one neither two. Next question is an archaean sometimes seen in news are, what is it? It is a single-celled organism that thrive in an extreme environmental condition. Yes, it's a correct statement. So option A is the correct answer for this question. Let's come to the next question, which is which of the following statement is not correct, okay. So first is NDP, अभी हमने देखा कि नेट डोमेस्टिक प्रोडक्ट इज इक्वल टू जीडीपी माइनस डेप्रिएशन, तो ये तो सही है। सो नेक्स्ट इज, और यहाँ पे नॉट करेक्ट पूछा है, जीडीपी एट मार्केट प्राइस इज इक्वल टू जीडीपी एट फैक्टर कॉस्ट minus indirect taxes plus subsidies. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement because GDP at market price is equal to GDP at factor cost, यहाँ पे प्लस हो जाएगा, एंड इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स माइनस सब्सिडी, ओके, यहाँ पे माइनस हो जाएगा. सो statement second is the correct answer for this question because there is asking about the not correct, okay. And if you're talking about the NNP at factor cost, GNP at the factor cost minus depreciation, what is NNP? NNP is a net national product at factor cost is equal to GNP, which is a gross national product at factor cost minus depreciation is equal to NNP, okay. Next one is NNP at market price. अगर हम NNP की मार्केट प्राइस की बात करते हैं, सो NNP at फैक्टर प्राइस जो ये था, जो NNP फैक्टर प्राइस ऑप्शन नंबर सी निकलेगा, वो इसमें पुट करके मार्केट प्राइस में NNP एट फैक्टर कॉस्ट प्लस इनडायरेक्ट टैक्सेस माइनस सब्सिडीज, ओके. सो आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर बी इज द करेक्ट आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन. लेट्स कम टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन विच इज अरेंज द फॉलोइंग क्रोनोलॉजिकल ऑर्डर. फर्स्ट, इस्टेब्लिशमेंट ऑफ नाबार्ड. ये कब इस्टेब्लिश हुआ था नाबार्ड? सो 1982 में. इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ द Regional Rural Bank RRB, which is introduced in 1975, and another one is introduction of priority sector lending, which is selected priority sector lending. ये कब हुआ था? 1966 में, okay. So answer for this question is 321 is the correct answer for this question, which is option number C is the correct answer. And if we're talking about the NABARD or RRB, which is, if we're talking about the Regional Rural Bank, which is RRB, ये रिकमेंड किसने किया था? तो नरसिम्हा वर्किंग ग्रुप ने इसको रिकमेंड किया था और 1975 में किया था. एंड द फर्स्ट रीजनल रूरल बैंक वाज प्रथम ग्रामीण बैंक वाज सेटअप एट 2 October 1975, ओके. एंड इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द SP, विच इज प्रायोरिटी सेक्टर, विच वाज can be traced back in 1966 when Morarji Desai saw the need for increasing credit to agriculture and small industries, okay. So this, और नाबार्ड की अगर हम बात करते हैं, it is focuses on providing financial and another support to agriculture and rural development sectors, okay. So answer is option number C. Let's come to the next question, which is in the context of Kaveri engine, consider the following statement, okay. So it is an indigenous gas turbine engine developed by gas turbine research establishment. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is currently it has been used in a light combat aircraft. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement because in कावेरी इंजन प्रोजेक्ट बिगेन इन, कब स्टार्ट हुआ था ये? 1980 में, ओके. विद द गोल ऑफ पावरिंग द लाइट कॉम्बैक्ट एयरक्राफ्ट विच इज तेजस, ओके. तेजस. टेक्निकल challenges led to the desertification for the LCA. The DRDO shifted focus on developing the dry version of the Kaveri engine suitable for UAV application. This version has now received clearance for in-flight testing, okay. So answer for this question is option number A. Only one is the correct, okay. Let's come to the next question, which is consider the following statements regarding the progressive taxation, okay. So first is It is a tax that takes a large percentage of income from the high income groups than the low income groups. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is it help in reducing inequalities in the income and wealth. It's also correct. So answer for this question is option number C is the correct answer for this question. And if you're talking about the progressive tax, a tax that takes a larger percentage of income from high income group than the low income group is called progressive tax. Okay, and most popular owing of the following reasons कुछ reason है progressive tax का, which is first is it leads to equitable and just distribution of burden of taxes as it imposes a high tax burden on the rich, and another one is these are elastic as the revenue of a government increases substantially with the increase in the tax rate, and it is productive because the increasing income automatically brings more revenues, and these are commercial economical as the cost of tax collection does not increase with the increase in the rates. Okay, so let's come to the next question, which is which of the following describe the deflationary gap? Okay, deflationary gap. So first is it is a difference between the economic nominal and real GDP. No. It is a difference between repo rate and reverse repo rate. No. And the gap between the aggregate demand and aggregate supply at the full employment level. Yes. So option number C is the correct answer for this question. Okay. Let's come to the next question, which is consider the following taxes: excise duty on petroleum, custom duty, stamp duty. Which of the following taxes given above are example of regressive tax? So regressive tax में कौन सा आ जाएगा? So answer for this question is option number B, which is all of the above. Excise duty on petroleum, custom duty, stamp duty. So all are the regressive tax. Okay, and what is regressive tax? Regressive tax is a tax where the tax burden falls disproportionately on lower income earners. Okay, जो कि कम कमाते हैं उन पे पड़ने वाला. और अगर हम प्रोग्रेसिव की बात करते हैं तो प्रोग्रेसिव टैक्स इज एन टैक्स सिस्टम वेयर द टैक्स रेट इंक्रीज एज द टैक्सेबल अमाउंट विच लाइक इनकम ऑल्सो इंक्रीज. ओके, सो answer is option number B. Let's come to the next question, which is companies in India pay corporate tax under the tax law. किस tax law के अंदर corporate tax pay किया जाता है? So answer is option number B, which is Income Tax Act 1961. Okay, एंड अगर हम इसमें बात करते हैं कॉर्पोरेट टैक्स रेट एप्लीकेबल टू डोमेस्टिक कंपनीज इन इंडिया विच इज़ 25% इफेक्टिव फ्रॉम द AY which is 2025. Okay, the foreign companies the corporate tax rate is 35%. previously ये 40% था. Okay, so let's come to the next question, which is consider the following statements about the liquidity adjustment facility. Okay, so first is it is a monetary policy tool used by the RBI. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is it allows bank to borrow money from the RBI or lend money to the RBI. Is it true? It's also correct. Next is it focus on long-term exchange of money. No, it's not a correct statement because it's focus on short-term. Okay, short-term exchange of the money. So statement second is incorrect. Sorry, third is incorrect. Next is this facility does not require any collateral. Is it true? It is require collateral. Okay, so statement यहाँ क्या पूछा? करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट. तो करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट कौन सा हो जाएगा? 1 and 2, and this one is incorrect. So answer for this question is option number B. Only 2 is the correct answer for this question. Let's come to the next question, which is consider the following committees like Nachit More Committee, Narsimha Committee, Raghuram Rajan Committee, Ramnath Kovind Committee, and S.N. Verma Committee, and Urjit Patel Committee. Which of the following associated with the banking sector reform in India? So answer for this question is, इसमें कौन कौन सा हो जाएगा? Nachit More Committee, correct. Narsimha Committee, also correct. Raghuram Rajan Committee, also correct. And Ramnath Kovind नहीं, क्योंकि ये रिलेटेड है वन नेशन वन इलेक्शन से. ओके. एंड SN वर्मा कमेटी उर्जित, ये सारे हो जाएंगे. सो एक्सक्लूडिंग 4, विच वन इज ऑप्शन नंबर बी इज द करेक्ट आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन. लेट मी टेल यू कि कौन सा जो कमिटी है किसके लिए फॉर्म किया गया था. ओके. So the committee was Nachit More Committee was formed to provide financial service to small industries and income household. It recommended measures as establishing payment bank and small financial bank. Okay. And अगर हम बात करते हैं नरसिम्हा कमिटी, this committee to reduce the cash reserve ratio and liquid ratio. Okay. And Raghuram Rajan Committee was financial sector reform, which is in 2007. The committee recommended aimed to improve consumer protection, foster financial inclusion, and enhance the growth and development of the इंडियन फाइनेंशियल मार्केट. ओके. एंड अगर हम बात करते हैं रामनाथ कोविंद कमेटी की, विच इज़ नोटेड दैट द हाई लेवल कमेटी ऑन वन नेशन वन इलेक्शन, इट इज़ नॉट एसोसिएटेड विथ बैंकिंग सेक्टर. ओके. सो दिस वन इज इनकरेक्ट. नेक्स्ट वन इज SN वर्मा कमेटी, विच इज सम of the recommendation of committee allowing foreign banks to open branches in India. And Urjit Patel Committee, which is strengthen the monetary policy framework among the flexible inflation targets in India. Okay, so let's come to the next question, which is next question is consider the following. First is Security Contracts Regulation Act 1956. Is it, इसमें क्या पूछा है? Provisions regulate the capital market in India. Okay, so first is Security Contracts Regulation Act 1956, correct. Next one is Companies Act 2013, correct. Depository Act 1996, correct. SEBI Act 1992, correct. So answer is option number D. All of the above are correct. Okay. Let's come to the next question, which is consider the following statements regarding the cash reserve ratio and statutory liquid ratio. So first is statutory liquid ratio deposit including gold while the CRR does not. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is the bank earn interest on SLR deposit while do not on CR deposit. Is it true? It's also correct. Next is while the SLR deposit are kept with the Reserve Bank of India, CRR deposit kept with the bank themselves. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement because there is a reverse of the statement. So SLR की अगर हम बात करते हैं वो बैंक में ही रखता है. Okay. Kept with the bank themselves. And if you are talking about the CRR, which is kept with the RBI. Okay, so answer for this question is option number B. Only 2 is the correct answer for this question. Let's come to the next question, which is consider the following statements. The UN disengagement observer force. Okay, UN disengagement observer force. So first statement is it was established to monitor the ceasefire between Israel and Syria. Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is it operates in the Golan Heights region and ensure implementation of the disengagement agreement. Is also correct. Next, India is the largest military contributor to UNDOF. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement because India is the third largest. Okay, third largest military contributor in UNDOF, which is United Nations Disengagement Observer Forces. Okay, and why it is in news recently? Because अभी हुआ क्या है, UN Secretary General paid tribute यूएन का जो सेक्रेटरी जनरल है वो ट्रिब्यूट पे किया है किसको, ब्रिगेडियर अमित शाह। ओके, ब्रिगेडियर अमित शाह को, जो कि हु वाज सर्विंग विथ यूएन डिसएंगेजमेंट ऑब्जर्वर फोर्स एट कहाँ पे, गोलन हाइट में। ओके, और गोलन हाइट कहाँ पे है तो आप हमें ये कमेंट में बताइए। ओके, और ये अभी बहुत ज़्यादा न्यूज़ में है, पहले ये सीरिया के कंट्रोल में था, अभी किसके कंट्रोल में है वो आप हमें कमेंट में बताइए, क्योंकि हमने पहले पहले जो इसका टेस्ट है उसमें मैंने बता रखा है, और एक गोलन हाइट से रिलेटेड एक मैंने शॉर्ट वीडियो भी बनाई थी, सो उसमें भी मैंने बताया, सो आप वहाँ से भी देख सकते हैं। ओके, सो आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन इज ऑप्शन नंबर बी, ओनली 2 इज़ द करेक्ट आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन, और वो शॉर्ट वीडियो का लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन में मैं दे दूँगी। ओके, सो next question is, how many of the above following institutional entities are included under the category of qualified institutional buyers as per SEBI regulation? So first is mutual funds, insurance company, foreign portfolio investment, scheduled commercial bank. So which one is correct? So all are correct, ऑल फोर, एंड इसके अलावा और कौन सा हो जाएगा, सो वेंचर कैपिटल फंड्स, पेंशन फंड्स, अल्टरनेटिव इन्वेस्टमेंट फंड्स, ऑल ऑफ द अबव। ओके, सो आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर डी इज द करेक्ट आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन। एंड इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द qualified institutional buyers are a particular group of institutional investors in India which have a financial muscle, knowledge and resources to invest in capital markets. They are a significant source of providing liquidity and stability to the financial system. Okay, और इसमें क्वालिफाई कौन करता है, QIB में एन एंटिटी मस्ट मीट स्पेसिफिक फाइनेंशियल क्राइटेरिया, टिपिकली होल्ड्स एसेट अबव देन कितना 100 CR से ज़्यादा होना चाहिए, एंड बीइंग रजिस्टर्ड विद द सेबी, और सेबी के साथ रजिस्टर्ड होना चाहिए, और इक्विवेलेंट रेगुलेटरी बॉडी, और सेबी के साथ साथ इसके इक्विवेलेंट भी कोई रेगुलेटरी बॉडी है तो उससे भी। ओके, सो आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर डी। लेट्स कम टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन विच इज, consider the following statement. So first is, equity shareholder have voting right in the company while preference shareholder do not have voting right. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is, in the event of liquidation, preference shareholders are paid before equity shareholders. Yes, it's also correct. Next is, equity share typically provide a fixed rate of dividend while preference share can offer dividend based on the company's performance. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement, because there is reversing of the statements, like equity shares can offer dividend based on the company performance, and if you are talking preferential share, it provides dividend on the fixed rate of dividends. Okay, so answer for this question is option number B, which is only 2 is the correct answer for this question. Okay, let's come to the next question, which is, which of the following excluded from the revenue deficit while the calculating the value of effective revenue deficit? Okay, so first answer for this question is grants for the creation of capital asset. Option number D is the correct answer for this question. Let's come to the next question, which is, with reference to Bluetooth Low Energy Gateway, okay, BLE gateway, consider the following statement. So first statement is, Bluetooth Low Energy BLE gateway device can support data transmission up to 1 kilometer in a line of a straight scenario. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is, the Bluetooth low energy gateway devices are fully compatible with the mobile app and cloud platform. Correct. So answer for this question is option number C is the correct answer for this question. And if we are talking about the BLE, which is recently IIT Roper's iHub Awadh unveiled a co-efficient Bluetooth low energy gateway with advanced data security to revolutionize IoT application अक्रॉस वेरियस सेक्टर. ओके, एंड इसके की फीचर्स की अगर हम बात करते हैं, फीचर्स क्या क्या हैं. सो फर्स्ट इज रोबस्ट कनेक्टिविटी. Okay, robust connectivity, which means offer 4G, Wi-Fi, LAN which is local area network compatibility for flexible networking, and another one is long range communication, which is up to 1 kilometer, and another one is data aggregation and which is collects and process data for multiple connected nodes, streamlining analysis and decision making. Next one is wireless connectivity, and another one is low power consumption, scalability and seamless integration. Another one is data security, co-effective and durable, energy efficiency, seamless integration and data security. Okay, so this is the features of the BLE gateway. Okay, so answer is option number C. Let's come to the next question, which is which with reference to the over the counter, which is OTC market, consider the following statement. So first is OTC market operates without a centralized exchange. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is it allows the greater flexibility in terms of contract specification compared to the formal exchange. It's also correct. Next is OTC trading can involve stock, bonds and derivatives. It's also correct. और इसके साथ साथ एक और ये करता है, वो फॉरेन करेंसी को भी बाउंड करता है. ओके, so answer for this question is option number C. All three are correct. And if you're talking about the main features, which is the decentralized trading, which is first is it's a main feature. ये क्या है? तो main feature है इसका OTC का. And another one is this one statement. Second is the main feature में क्या क्या था? तो decentralized trading and contact flexibility. Okay, so this one is decentralized trading and this one is contract flexibility. Okay, this is the feature of the OTC. Okay, so answer is option number C. Let's come to the next question, which is consider the following statement. So first is GDP does not reflect income distribution within a country, because GDP growth can occur even when the majority of the population experiences declining living standard. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. So answer for this question is option number A. Only one, both statements are correct, and statement second is the correct explanation of the statement 1. Okay, so answer for this question is option number A. Let's come to the next question, which is how many of the above are following events can lead to decline in the capital market? Okay, so first statement is, और यहाँ पे करेक्ट पूछा है, फॉरेन पोर्टफोलियो इन्वेस्टमेंट, सेल ऑफ, इंक्रीज इन इंटरेस्ट रेट, पुअर कॉर्पोरेट रिजल्ट्स. सो ऑल ऑफ द अबव आर करेक्ट आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन. और इनके साथ साथ FPIs, इंक्रीज इन इंटरेस्ट रेट एंड पुअर कॉर्पोरेट रिजल्ट्स, इसके अलावा और कौन सा हो जाएगा? तो एक हो जाएगा द शिफ्ट टू प्राइमरी मार्केट. ओके, शिफ्ट टू प्राइमरी मार्केट. सो answer is option number C. Let's come to the next question, which is which of the following is the context in which terms of window chips is recently mentioned in news? So first is quantum computer, quantum dots, Bluetooth based communication, supercomputer. So answer for this question is option number A, which is quantum computer. Okay, अगर हम बात करते हैं quantum computing की, which is recently Google has announced a significant advance in quantum computer as it unveiled its next generation chip, which is called Willow. Okay, or this new chip developed at the company's quantum lab in Santa Barbara, California. कहाँ पे बना है? तो Santa Barbara, California. Okay, so this one is the correct statement. Correct answer is option number A. Next question is consider the following statements. So first is India has more internal debt than external debt. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is majority of the debt in India is held by the state government. Is it true? No. Majority किया जाता है सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के द्वारा एंड स्टेट गवर्नमेंट का माइनॉरिटी में होता है. माइनर में उससे कम. ओके, विच इज सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का कितना है? ओनली 30%. एंड अगर हम बात करते हैं सॉरी स्टेट गवर्नमेंट का 30% और सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो कितना हो जाएगा? 58%. 58% of the GDP, country's GDP. Okay, so answer for this question is option number A. Only one is correct, second is incorrect. Okay, so let's come to the next question, which is consider the following statements with reference to gender budgeting in India. So first is it refers to the prices it refers to the practice of allocating the highest fund to the Ministry of Women and Child Development. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement because this statement indicates in two parts the budget provision for schemes that are substantially meant for the benefit of women. Part A details a scheme which is in 100% provision for women and part B की अगर हम बात करते हैं उसमें allocation for women's cost line at least 30% of the provision and there is no such practice of allowing highest fund of the Ministry of Child Development, Women and Child Development. Okay, so first statement is incorrect. Next, gender budget statement was first introduced in budget 5 and 6, 2005 and 6. Yes, it's a correct statement. So answer for this question is option number B. Only 2 is the correct answer. Let's come to the next question, which is which of the following बेस्ट डिस्क्राइब द बेसिक प्राइस. ओके, बेसिक प्राइस को कौन सा डिस्क्राइब करता है? विच स्टेटमेंट? सो फर्स्ट इज it is the cost of goods and services at point of production excluding taxes and subsidies. Is it true? Yes, this is called basic price. So answer for this question is option number B is the correct answer for this question. Second option is total expenses incurred in the production of goods and services encompassing payment made to the factors of production. It is related to the factor cost. Okay, na ki basic price. So answer is option number A. Next is it is cost of the goods and services at point production including taxes, subsidies. Next one is option number D is the represent price at which goods and services are brought and sold in the marketplace. Yes, it's a correct statement. और इसमें क्या हो जाएगा? ये market price पे हो जाएगा. Okay, so answer is option number A. Next question is what is Melly Emily sometimes in news? Melly Emily, which is mentioned in news, it is a unique natural fiber extracted from the seed pods of milkweed. Is it true? No, it's not a correct answer. Next, commercially cultivated fungus. No. Instant card. It is a traditionally framed bamboo shoot having anti-obesity effects. Yes, option number C is the correct answer for this question. Okay, let's come to the next question, which is equalization of levy introduced in Finance Act 2016 primarily targeted which of the following entities? So first is angel investors. No. Foreign bank having more than 20 branches. No. Retail investor. No. Online advertisement service and digital space. So option number D is the correct answer for this question. And if we are talking about the equalization levy, it was लेट और बाद में ये 16 के बाद में क्या हुआ? इसको इंट्रोड्यूस तो किया गया था 16 में फाइनेंस एक्ट 2016 के अकॉर्डिंग, बट लेटर इन 1920 the equalization levy was expanded for e-committee, e-commerce service providers at the rate of 2%. Okay, so answer is option number D. Let's come to the next question, which is consider the following statements about the tax to GDP ratio. So first is the direct tax to GDP ratio in India is surpassed 10% of the fiscal year 2024. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement. Next is the developed nation have a lower tax to GDP ratio, while that the developing nation tend to be higher. Is it true? No, it's not correct also, because a developed nation and developing nation की अगर हम बात करते हैं, so developed nation tend to higher tax and developing are the lower tax to GDP ratio. Okay, so statement second is also incorrect. And अगर हम बात करते हैं फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट की, which is the share of different taxes is in gross domestic product, which is GDP, rose 24 years high of the 6.64% during the 23-24, while the direct tax buoyancy improved 2.12 compared to the preceding years. Okay, so answer for this question is option number D. Neither one, neither two is the correct answer for this question. Let's come to the next question, which is consider the following statements with reference to measures of money supply in India. क्या क्या measures है money supply के India में? So first is reserve money is the total liability of monetary authority of the country. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is among all the measures of money supply, M4 is the most liquid. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement, because most liquid कौन है? M1 है, ना कि M4. Okay, next is M1 is the most commonly used measure of money supply. No, it's also incorrect, because it's M3. So answer is option number A. Only one is correct. And if we're talking about the money supply, like demand is a stock variable. The total stock of money in circulation among the public at a particular point of time is called money supply. And there is फोर अल्टरनेटिव मेजर्स, इसके 4 अल्टरनेटिव मेजर्स है मनी सप्लाई के, और वो कौन कौन से हो जाएंगे? सो 4 अल्टरनेटिव मेजर्स. सो फर्स्ट हो जाएगा M1, देन M2, देन M3, देन M4. ओके, ये चारों हैं मेजर्स. एंड जिसमें हम बात करते हैं M1 इज इक्वल टू CU plus DDU, which is CU is a currency, notes plus coins both, and DDU is the net demand deposit. Okay, so ये हो जाएगा M1. and M2 is the M1 plus saving deposits with post office saving banks. And if you're talking about the M3, which is M1 plus ये क्या हो जाएगा? net time deposit of commercial banks. And M4 is the M3 plus total deposit with the post office saving organization, but excluding national saving certificates. And अगर हम बात करते हैं M1 and M2 के बारे में, M1 and M2 is the narrow money. Okay, narrow money में कौन कौन सा आ जाएगा? तो M1 and M2 आ जाएगा narrow money में. ओके, एंड अगर हम बात करते हैं M3 एंड M4 इज द ब्रॉड मनी. ओके, ब्रॉड मनी. सो आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर ए. लेट्स कम टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, विच इज कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स, following conditions. Which of the following conditions show a positive sign of a country's fiscal sustainability? So first statement is, if the country experiences a sustained decline in the debt to GDP ratio. First statement is correct. Next is, if the country's priority borrowing to meet domestic goals rather than external grants. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement, because grants are non-repayable funds received from other countries or organization. Borrowing, on the other hand, create a debt obligation that needs to be repaid with the interest. ओके, बोरोइंग में जब आपको पैसे मिलते हैं तो उसको इंटरेस्ट के साथ आपको रिटर्न करना पड़ता है, एंड अगर ग्रांट की हम बात करते हैं वो नॉन रिफंडेबल होता है. ओके, and prioritizing grants over borrowing reduce the debt burden and interest payment, making deficient financing more sustainability. Okay, so answer for this question is option number A, only one is correct. Okay, let's come to the next question, which is the Basel Accord third sets a standard upon the which of the following. Okay, so first statement is leverage rate, capital adequacy ratio, and liquidity coverage ratio, net stable fund rate. So all of the above are correct. Okay, एंड इसका एम क्या है, तो प्रोमोट रेजिलियंट बैंकिंग सिस्टम. ओके, बेसल अकॉर्ड का, और बेसल अकॉर्ड का फॉर्म किया गया था 2010 में एज अ रिस्पॉन्स ऑफ फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस ऑफ 2008 में जो फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस आया था उसी के रिस्पॉन्स में बेसल अकॉर्ड को फॉर्म किया गया था. कब? 2010 में. ओके, so answer is option number D. Let's come to the next question, which is consider the following statements regarding money. So first is, it is a medium of exchange. Correct. It is store the value of as well as unit of account. Correct. Next is, it eliminates double coincidence of wants. It's also correct. So answer for this question is option number C, which is all three are correct. Okay, and if we're talking about the money, double coincidence of wants, ये है क्या? is an economic terms that refer to situation where two people each have a goods or services that they want that the other wants, allowing them to exchange them directly without the need of money. It's a कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ बार्टरिंग सिस्टम. इसको आप डबल कोइंसिडेंस को बार्टर सिस्टम तो पता है सबको. सो बार्टर सिस्टम को का एग्जांपल बोल सकते हैं, या फिर वही दोनों का काम सेम ही है. ओके, सो आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर सी, ऑल ऑफ द थ्री आर करेक्ट. ओके, लेट्स कम टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, विच इज at the UN Convention to Combat Desertification COP16, India showcased its innovative Aravalli Green Wall project. Which of the following are the objective of this project? Okay, so first is to increase the green cover and biodiversity of Aravalli through the planting native and non-native trees. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement, because the green wall will help in carbon sequestration and mitigating climate change to enhance the biodiversity and ecosystem service of Aravalli range by planting native trees species in the Aravalli region. So first statement is incorrect. Next is prevent eastward expansion of the Thar Desert. Correct. To protect NCR of Delhi from the dust storm pollution. It's also correct. So answer for this question is option number D, which is 2 3 is the correct answer for this question. And ये जो UNCCD, which is United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification COP16, जो कि कहाँ पे हुआ था, तो रियाद में. Okay, and India showcased its innovative Aravalli Green Wall project, a comprehensive initiative to combat land degradation and desertification. Okay, और ये पार्ट किसका है, तो एनवायरनमेंट यूनियन एनवायरनमेंट मिनिस्ट्री विजन टू क्रिएट ग्रीन कॉरिडोर्स. और ये कौन कौन से स्टेट में हो जाएगा? हरियाणा, राजस्थान, गुजरात एंड दिल्ली में. Okay, so answer is option number D. Let's come to the next question, which is consider the following statements about the Monetary Policy Committee. Okay, so first is, it is a statutory body under the Banking Regulation Act 1949. Is it true? No, it's under the RBI. Act 1937, RBI Act 1934, sorry, 1934. Okay, so first statement is incorrect. Next is it consists 6 members, including the RBI governor. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. The central government members are elected by the single transferable vote. No, it's not a correct statement, because the 6 members are total. 3 persons were appointed by the central government, and this category of appointments must be from the person of ability, integrity, and standing, having knowledge and experience in the field of economics और बैंकिंग और फाइनेंस और monetary policy, ना कि transferable votes से. Okay, so answer is option number A. Only one is the correct answer for this question. Next is consider the following statement. So first statement is, unlike real GDP, nominal GDP does not account for any inflation in the economy. Is it true? Yes. No, it's not a correct statement, because the real GDP is different from the nominal GDP, which does not account for inflation, and this means that if the inflation is positive, real GDP will be lower than nominal and vice versa. Okay, so first statement is incorrect. Next, during inflationary period, nominal GDP will be higher than the real GDP. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. So answer for this question is option number B. Only 2 is the correct answer for this question. Let's come to the next question, which is consider the following statements regarding the gig economy. So first statement is, gig economy primarily includes workers engaged in temporary, flexible, and freelance job facilitative by the digital platforms. Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is, gig workers have always been entitled to same social security benefits as regular employers under the Indian labor laws. No, it's not a correct statement, because उन लोगों को सिक्योरिटी नहीं है मिला, कोई सोशल सिक्योरिटी नहीं मिला है गिग वर्कर्स को अभी तक. ओके, सो आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर ए. ओनली वन इज द करेक्ट आंसर. Let's come to the next question, which is consider the following statements about the RBI. Okay, so first is RBI can lend money to the government of India. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is the RBI can lend money to the government of a state. Yes, also correct. Next is the RBI can lend money to the banks having the temporary crisis. Is it true? Yes, it's also correct. Next is RBI can lend money to the trade and industries bodies when they fail to borrow from other sources. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement, because RBI lends money to financial institutes and governments, and it does not lend money to the trade and industry bodies when they are unable to borrow from other sources. However, RBI does not control the amount of credit available to banks and other lending institutions, though quantitative and qualitative methods. Okay, so answer for this question is, because there is asking about correct, so answer is option number C. Only 3 statement is correct. Let's come to the next question, which is with respect to the James Webb Space Telescope. Consider the following statement. First is, it is an international program led by NASA with the partnership European Agency and Canadian Space Agency. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is, it is the largest telescope ever launched into space. Is it true? It's also correct. Next is orbit. It is the orbit of the Earth around 15 lakh kilometer away. No, it's not a correct statement, because it does not orbit around the Earth like the Hubble space scope. एक हबल स्केप अर्थ के अराउंड जो स्केप करता है वो कौन सा? हबल स्पेस टेलीस्कोप. ओके, एंड जेम्स वेब स्पेस टेलीस्कोप orbit around the sun, it is the orbit around the sun 1.5 million kilometer, which is 1 million miles away from the earth, at what is called second Lagrangian point, which is L2. Okay, वहाँ पे. So answer or statement third is incorrect. Let's come to, so answer for this question is option number C, which is 1 and 2 is the correct answer for this question. और ये जेम्स वेब स्पेस टेलीस्कोप जो है वो लॉन्च कब हुआ है, तो 25 ऑफ दिसंबर 2021 को. ओके, सो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज consider the following statements regarding the private income. So first is private income is income obtained by the private individuals from any source and the retained income of a corporation. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is the profit surplus of a public undertaking added to NNP at factor cost to arrive the private income. No, it's not a correct statement. It's not added, it's deducted. Okay, deducted. So statement second is incorrect. Next is transfer payment are deducted from the national income to calculate private income. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement, but because it's not deducted, it's added. Okay, so statement second and third is the incorrect. So there is asking about correct statement. So correct statement is option number A. Only one is correct. Okay, let's come to the next question, which is consider the following statements. First is tax avoidance involves legally using loopholes or provisions in the tax laws to reduce one's tax liabilities. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is tax avoidance in India is illegal unlike tax evasion, which is legal. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement because tax evasion is also illegal. Okay, also illegal. So statement second is incorrect. So answer for this question is option number A. Only one is correct. Let's come to the next question, which is which of the following statements best describe the depository receipts? Okay, depository receipt, they are financial instruments that allow investor to hold shares of foreign companies in the local market. So answer is option number A is the correct. So thank you so much guys. If you like the video, like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.